Hello, you guys. Welcome and welcome back. Okay. Collective, we're going to get into another reading for you guys. Be sure to check out the zodiac sign readings as they are gradually being posted. You guys, there's this crazy, like, it's not crazy, but it's pretty ironic. There's this message that I've been getting about the club closing. And I need you guys to tell me if there's a specific song that you remember that pops up in your mind that talks about the club closing. I know T-Pain had the Epiphany album, which was interesting, where he said, I know the club closed at 3. What's the chances of you rolling with me? Back to the crib, show you how I live. Let's get drunk and forget what we did, child. I know he has that song, but I'm thinking that's not the song that, like, there was a melody or something that popped up in my mind talking about the club is closing or something about when the club closes. And I'm not sure if that's actually real or if I'm imagining it. But I got this message and I was like, okay, what is this? But thinking on it, meditating on it, praying about it, Spirit basically told me that it was for the collective. So we're going to just do a reading on this because I feel like it's a metaphor. It's a strong metaphor or an analogy for something that's about to happen that you guys need to be aware of and prepared for. Pay attention to what's going on because I'm hearing also last call. Like when you're in the club, or when you're at like a venue and they tell you it's last call, you need to get whatever you're going to get because we're about to close up. Or a situation, I hit the mic, my bad. Or a situation where like the lights come on at the club. Like I was thinking about that as well. Like, it's closing time when they stop letting people in at the door. They say last call. And then the last resort to get people to know that it's time to go is that they turn the lights on. Because folks will sit in the club 24/7 if they never turn the lights on. There's some people who would stay up in there all the time if they never turn the lights on. And then interestingly enough, like when you say last call, it's a notice for everybody to go get what they're wanting to get before they can't get it anymore. So it's kind of like this panic. You always see like the bar get kind of packed before the club closes because it's last call. Everybody's trying to get their last little bit of drinks in. People might have gotten there late. They're trying to do what they need to do or whatever. And it's just kind of like this panicky moment where the end is approaching. Also, when the lights come on, it's like an immediate vibe shift. Like you're breaking the immersion of the spell that the club puts on you when the lights come on. Very interesting. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but more than likely, if you're over here watching me, you probably have. So what does this mean to me? What is this showing me? And you guys share with me in the comments what it means to you when it comes to this message, because you might have some insight that I don't have. But what it's giving to me, safe home. I know that's right. What it's given to me is a situation where this is the final countdown until something is completely consolidated or closed down, right? This could mean that businesses could be shutting down, and I'm talking about like well-known businesses. This could be corporations shutting down. This could be any type of organization that you can think of, okay, that could be shutting down. What else is the club synonymous for? It's synonymous for crowds, big groups of people, gatherings, things like that. When it comes to this club closing metaphor, because something is shutting down, I feel as if the participants or the members or the group mates, people who are a part of this organization are like dispersing. Right? And then I was thinking about the Weeknd song Alone Again. And that's off of the album that I was talking about the other day, After Hours, right? And what do they call the places that stay open longer than the club? At least here in Atlanta, they call them after hours spots, right? And child, I think I told this story before, but I was going to this little place, but for some reason, something in my spirit told me not to go for a while. And sometimes I would go to the after hours, but sometimes I would be over it by that point, because the after hours are always ratchet. Or it's like, it's like the Great Value brand version of the club. It's the store brand, the knockoff version of the club. Because everybody's already drunk. Everybody's already, effed up in some way, shape, or form. And it's like the riffraff, like whoever was left over that didn't meet who they wanted to meet or get drunk enough at the club or do whatever they wanted to do. That's who's left over. So usually that, leads to problems. And the first song on the After Hours album for the weekend is Alone Again. And it kind of feels like there's a group or an organization of people, a conglomerate, a coven that is being dismantled. Something is being shut down, and it's causing all of the people who gravitated towards this particular group to basically have to disperse. And they're probably going to have to put the pieces back together of whatever this group or organization is at the after hours spot. So anybody who's, not really that loyal, not really that motivated, they're going to fall off. And the only people who are still going to go to the after hours, quote unquote, are the people who just don't have any other place to go. Or they're kind of like, I'm not going to say they're bad because I don't know if this is positive or negative. Anything that I say in the reading, it could be a challenge or a rewarding situation. So I don't know if this is a positive group that someone is trying to maliciously shut down, and people who aren't really dedicated aren't going to follow the cause. They're going to just disperse. And it's going to be only a group of dedicated individuals that keep the cause going. And that's what's going to help it survive. Or adversely, if it's something negative that needs to be shut down, you guys may need to know that it's not fully shut down. Like there are still people who are going to practice whatever this group or this club practiced or believed in. It's like, when you exterminate your house and you got to get rid of a vermin, if you don't adequately exterminate, then there's still a possibility that the infestation could come back. So I'm not exactly sure how this goes. You're going to have to look at it from both sides, but that's the message. Tell me what y'all think. Okay. I didn't know what cards to pull, so I got these magical spell cards out, so we're going to see what comes up. But just be prepared for groups and organizations to be dismantled, and some of it may be good, quote unquote, good news for you, because that's subjective, and some of it may be, quote unquote, bad news for you, depending on your circumstances and your situation. All right. I also feel with the group mentality, right? It feels like there's a situation when it comes to this club being shut down or the club closing, where people are going to start to change their mind about like who they were in the club with, like with the lights coming on. They're going to start to look around and be like, maybe I'm not actually meant to be here. Maybe this is not actually in alignment with who I am. And it's like a light that's being shown on a situation or a shadow that allows people to really identify authentically who it is that they are, which is a positive thing. But for some people, again, like the song Alone Again, it could be negative for some people because they could feel very isolated or ostracized, and they don't have that same support system. Also, like when I talk about the mob mentality and the group mentalities that can develop that are really like imbalanced and unhealthy when you talk about mob mentality, and those groups, like where there are people in the group who may have a difference of opinion, but you can't say anything because if you do, you'll be ostracized out of the group, or you'll be criticized or attacked, or, you know, situations like that if you don't agree with the group hive mind. Something like that is going on, child. Something like that is going on. I also feel like you guys may need to be cautious of infiltration, because if this is a counterproductive or toxic group that's being dismantled, some of the people in the group are very codependent. And if they don't have the ability to continue with whatever this organization is, they may try to infiltrate or kind of infest other organizations under the guise of like agreement in the cause, but they don't really agree, and it could be like a sleeper cell type of situation. I don't know what this is talking about, honey. Okay, but at the end of the day, the day gotta end. Let's go ahead and pull some cards. I feel like you guys are about to see a lot of people who self-destruct, because not only are they being forced to be authentic, but that's difficult because they don't truly know who they are, or they don't actually like who it is that they are. And the ways that they were able to hide, like the cold, clammy, you know, places, or the warm, clammy places, wherever they were able to grow the infestation, they're not able to hide. The light is being shown, so they're not able to hide in those places anymore. So a lot of people are going to implode. A lot of people are going to self-destruct. And the way that you're going to get through this is to, number one, be real with yourself and be authentic with yourself, but also allow that truth and authenticity to show when it comes to how you interact with other people. Okay. All right. If you guys want to book a reading, the link is in the description box below. Be sure to like and subscribe, you guys, to continue to catch the vibe. Thank you all so much for your support and your wonderful comments. I really appreciate it. If you guys have anything that you want to share in the comments, it would be really helpful for the channel. The more engagement that we have, the more the video is recommended. So I really thank you from the depths of my soul for you guys doing that. I appreciate it. Vroom, vroom. All right, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God. What is this message for the collective when it comes to what the collective needs to know? What is the message when it comes to this information? Interesting. Safe travel and new beginnings, 22 and 44. Okay, I was advised that 22, that means 222 was from the Hustle Hard song. I think it was Ace Hood. Hustle, 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 hard. And Rick Ross, Ace Hood and Rick Ross, I think. Safe travels and new beginnings. So there's a butterfly moment here. There's a coming out of the cocoon moment. Some of you guys could definitely be traveling, okay? I feel like this is a part of your destiny when it comes to the things you need to learn and experience and study so that you can become proficient in whatever that is, okay? This is a part of you guys needing to see new places and new things. I was just talking to my son about this, you know, like how going to Japan when I was in like, what, 5th grade, going to Japan in elementary school really changed the way I looked at the world. Like seeing another part of the world at an early age really shaped the way I looked at the world and how I looked at myself and how I looked at other people around me. And it just really gave me a lot of experiences that are priceless. I feel like a lot of you guys are being snatched out of a comfort zone because it's time for you to gather a new set of experiences so that you can become even wiser. Yeah. Trust, 31. There's a lot about safe Safe travels. We saw the safe home card in the beginning. You need to know that you're going to be safe throughout whatever this process is, okay? Trust that you're going to make it to your destination safely and that you will be able to have this new beginning. All of it may not be comfortable because ship rides were pretty trash back in the day and it was arduous when it comes to the journey, but gratitude for making it to your destination was all that really mattered, no matter how uncomfortable the journey was. And the promise of a new beginning made you even more grateful at the end of the day. Joy. Interesting. 16. So 22, 44, 31, 16, maybe the number 4, another number 4 right here, and then a 7. Yeah. A lot of you need to know, just with all of the changes in the world, this is a collective reading. So a lot of you need to know that with all the changes happening in the world, that you are going to be safe. You're going to make it to where you're supposed to make it to. You're going to get where you're supposed to go. And I don't think that you really have to worry too much about it, even though it could be very scary, okay? Is that an olive branch? I don't know. It kind of, even if it's not, I thought of an olive branch. So if somebody's offering to help you, I feel like you're being asked to trust their help. I mean, of course, use your discernment. Don't be foolish. But that's what I kind of feel. It's like there's going to be helpers or people who give you a helping hand along the way. And you're being asked to keep your heart and your mind open to the possibility that there are good people out there who you can trust, who actually want to help you just because they're helpful and kind. But I mean, from a personal standpoint, always evaluate the situation before you just blindly trust someone. Also, someone could be trying to offer you an olive branch, so someone wants peace. And this will allow you to transition safely. This peace offering is going to allow the transition to take place safely, okay? What else does the collective need to know for this message? What is the message? The broken. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Do not harden your heart and prevent the magic of life to flow through. Yeah. And that's that wisdom again, your experiences. Some of y'all need to really moisturize your skin more. Your skin is dry. You know that CeraVe commercial where they have that cracked, like, computer generated close up of the skin and they drop this drop of CeraVe into it and it's like your skin is craving moisture. It's either CeraVe or Eucerin. I don't know. But some of you guys need to moisturize more. Shea butter, cocoa butter. I'm not a doctor or lawyer or psychologist. Thank you. So please don't take this as medical advice, but that's what I'm getting. The housewife, work on improving or renovating your house. Or it might be time to relocate and find yourself a new habitat. This could be a loss. Y'all could be taking a loss. Like if it comes to selling a house or moving or relocating, you could be taking a loss and it's kind of like you're leaving with less than what you came in with. This could even be like a divorce or a marriage where somebody's going to have to move out. But I feel like this is kind of like a bittersweet situation because it's irritating to have to leave taking a loss. But it's going to do more good for you to leave now before you lose more. That's kind of what I feel. And the Casanova, this month, let me not cuss. This sucker keeps popping up. You're attracting a whirlwind romance filled with passion and excitement. May or may not go the distance, okay? There's some type of joy coming into your life. I feel like you guys really are being asked to enjoy the moment, see the moment for what it is, seize the moment, and not to allow a situation to affect you negatively to where your perspective changes in such a bad way. Okay. This reminds me of the deportation energy, to be honest with you. And I'm not trying to rub salt in anybody's wounds because I feel empathetic for everyone in certain situations, but it doesn't have to be that. But if you think about the deportation situation and what you guys could be going through individually, what everybody's kind of going through right now, you can identify the patterns in the energy. That's what this is all about. Spirit source, okay, is trying to get us to identify the patterns within the energy so that we can intuitively discern what could be coming next or what we need to know, what we need to prepare for. What else does the collective need to know when it comes to this message? What else does the collective need to know when it comes to this message? I'm here to stay. Ooh, that's demanding. 75. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. That's a 3. Yeah, I know the club closed at 3. Something is definitely going on in March. You're being warned about some type of conflict. This particular card, I'm here to stay, is somebody who's being stubborn. They don't want to leave. So I don't know if you're being stubborn or someone else is being stubborn with you, but that's the energy. Deeply connected. 33. Look at that. And 31. Another 31 card. I'm afraid. So any type of fear that comes in the near future, you have to trust that this opportunity is going to be more fruitful than what it may seem on the surface. Okay, some of you may be afraid of where you're going to end up. You could feel deeply connected to where it is that you are or who it is that you're with, but it's time for you to leave. And the stubbornness is coming from a place of fear. What else does the collective need to know? Yeah, feeling anxious. That's 43. That's a 7 too. Another 4 and a 3. I feel like you've gotten comfortable in a situation that was never meant to be permanent. Or that's what is going on. People have become comfortable with situations and circumstances that were never meant to be permanent. And it's hard to separate that. Purposefully ghosted. Yeah, I feel like somebody abandoned you on purpose. Somebody left you hanging on purpose. And it caused an issue or it caused a problem because they weren't supporting you how they should, or they weren't keeping the promises that they made. Next lifetime. Whoever this is knows that something is going to come back to them. You guys are being guided towards your destiny. And anything that has left your life, it wasn't for no reason. There was a purpose. Spirit is trying to lead you to fully towards your purpose. They're promising to you that they're going to help you handle a situation. They're promising to you that we're going to do this together. And they're asking for you to trust them. They're asking for you to trust that they are going to help you arrive safely at your destination and that you'll be happy you're there. And they got a little cherry on top with this Casanova. Whatever it is that you like. And they don't want you to allow this situation to break you. This is a part of preparing you for your next lifetime as well. It's a part of what you need to, it's a part of what your soul needs to learn about so that it can evolve and prepare you for whatever you're going to need in your next lifetime, whatever that means. And it's not like you want to live for your next lifetime, but not only does it coincide with what you're going to experience in this lifetime, but it all plays a part. It's all interconnected. It's really going to benefit you guys to be, I want to say, as detached as possible, but not so detached to where you are disconnected from yourself or your emotions or your intuition. If you know, you know, child. Okay. What else for the collective when it comes to this message? Slowing down and new vision. Yeah. You can't rush the process. You can't rush the journey. You can't get through the bad parts quickly and then drag out the good parts. That's why when things are good, be thankful and grateful that things are good. But also when things are bad, be thankful and grateful. Slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise and the hare. So they want you to slow down so that you can embrace this new vision. Ooh, look at that. It looks like her veins are like the roots. There looks like wings and all of these things. You have to crawl before you can walk. Beyond illusion. Yeah, you have to slow down to be able to see the new vision, which is beyond the illusion. And then healing. That's where the healing comes in. Ooh, wow. That's pretty deep, y'all. You know? And that's why some people are running from it so bad. That's why a lot of people don't want to hear it. Because it is very deep. And it is very emotional. And it does trigger you. And it will be upsetting at sometimes. But it doesn't mean it's not worth experiencing. It doesn't mean that it's better to numb yourself. I feel like clubs in general could be closing down. There's something that's going to happen that's going to make clubs close down. And you're not going to be able to, in order to get that same illusion fed to you, you're going to have to put yourself in more dangerous situations as time moves forward. The blues are here with trust, safe travel, and new beginnings, which is like the throat chakra. The orange is there, which is like the sacral, almost like solar plexus energy kind of vibing together. The yellow is there. Orange is here again. And then those are kind of like pink colored. I feel like the pink would be in the middle of the root and the sacral. Let's see. What deck do I want to use? You know what? I like using this old mixed matched light seers deck because it got all mixed up. And sometimes I shuffle it to even mix them up more. Some of them, I usually keep majority of my desks. I usually keep a majority of my decks upright and just allow the cards to come out however they're going to come out. But this one is upright and reversed. There's cards in here that are upright and there's cards in here that are reversed. Oh, look at that. I knew that wasn't right. Child, I'm going to figure it out. And don't be worried about making mistakes. You're going to figure it out. Okay? Yeah, Empress. And the Queen of Wands, period. So, Spirit, what is it that you're trying to tell the collective with this message? What is it that you're wanting to express with this message to the collective? Oh my. That's a lot of cards. Page of Cups reversed, Eight of Pentacles reversed, Three of Swords reversed, Eight of Wands, Three of Cups. I feel like Spirit is trying to tell all of us that they know that we are not very optimistic or positive about a situation. They can tell that we feel that something is not going to work out in a good way. They can tell that a lot of people are using distractions and coping mechanisms to survive. 2 8s and 2 3s. There are a lot of people who are remaining in the delusion, okay, or the illusion, because it's harder to heal. 3 of Swords reversed. They don't want to feel any pain. They want to numb it. And the 8 of Wands is kind of like, it is communication. It is forward progress. It is fast movement. But again, they're saying slow down. And that 8 of Wands can also symbolize like rushing, somebody trying to rush you. This could be what's going on with a lot of your friends or family members or people who are in your community, people who are your same race, people who are your same religion or ethnicity. This doesn't even have to be like getting drunk or getting high. It could be like, it could be using religion as a drug, you know? As long as you got God. And I'm not saying it's not true, but it's also being delusional. There's some aspects of religion that are very delusional and counterproductive and destructive. And it's also considered like a band-aid. Knight of Cups and the High Priestess. See, somebody, I feel like there's... I feel like there's an energy... I don't know if it's a person or it's going to materialize in a group of people, but there's an energy of like selling people dreams. And you're going to have to use your intuition to see through BS, because there's going to be a lot of offers being made that are fake or phony or just purely illusion based. And there's not going to be any substantiality to those offers or to those promises. It feels like promises. It's not possible to substantiate the promises with actual results because that's not what God, source, universe wants to happen. So don't believe the hype, because with the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups reversed, and the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess, you're going to get a lot of downloads that basically tell you not to believe the hype, because you're going to see that it's hype. You're going to identify it as fallacy and illusion. Gaslighting is at an all-time high. Brainwashing is at an all-time high. And you're being asked not to fall for it. I also feel like if you can see a positive outcome, envision that positive outcome, because I feel like your ability to see optimistically into the future is going to help that future to manifest a lot more quickly. Okay? Yeah, star reversed. I'm telling you, it's about to be crazy. You're about to see everybody's demons on full display. Because you're not going to be able to hide it. Like, people are not going to be able to hide it from you. You're not going to be able to hide it from others. It's not going to be able to be hidden anymore. There's no dark, nasty underbelly for the demons to hide under anymore. There's no crevices. No stone is being left unturned. There is an extermination happening. Ooh. A strong message. All right. Let me get one card at least, Spirit, please. For the collective, whatever is meant to come out, child. This deck is hard to shuffle. Whatever's meant to come out for the collective when it comes to this message. I'm going to pull a card. Okay. Let's just go with it. Wow. 3 of Cups reversed. Judgment reversed. And the Queen of Cups upright. If you feel like something is a bad decision, or if you feel like something is not going to work out or turn out well, do not doubt your intuition. We saw the 8 of Wands upright with the 3 of Cups upright. Now the 3 of Cups is reversed and Judgment is reversed. There's a situation here where someone is trying to convince you that something is a good decision when it's not. Yeah, 3 of Swords. Oh, you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna help you with this. I'm gonna help you with that. They aren't gonna do shit. This could have already happened for some of you guys. And they're trying to get you to see, hello. They're trying to get you to see that that was the lesson that they were trying to teach you. Blindly trusting people, blindly idolizing people, blindly following people is going to have you somewhere looking fucked up. It's going to have you somewhere with your ass out on the curb. And it might be literal, bitch. I'm just saying. You are possibly feeling disappointed because you made a bad decision that didn't necessarily work out in a good way. But with the 5 of Pentacles reverse, you need to know that in the near future, there will be recovery from this. You're putting the pieces back together right now, and you need to understand that you're very emotionally stable at this point. Considering what you guys have been through and what you've dealt with up until this point, you're extremely stable emotionally. You have a good head on your shoulders when it comes to the emotions and feelings that you're processing. You're not insane. You are just feeling like you kept making mistakes, or you could be feeling like you kept repeating things over and over again. You could also be trying to protect yourself. So you're kind of like burrowing inside. You're like the implosion. But if you use coping mechanisms, that's only going to make you more unhappy. But as you're healing from something, if you feel like somebody's trying to sell you a dream or that something is a bad decision, you need to trust that bit of your intuition that's coming through, okay? What's Judgment reversed? Judgment reversed for the collective. Judgment reversed for the collective. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. And the Two of Wands reversed. Yeah. I feel like you're judging yourself really harshly for a bad decision that you feel like you made. I feel like something got out of control. And at the same time, a situation could be moving at a snail's pace, a turtle's pace. And that's frustrating you as well. Something's not moving as fast as you want it to, but it's because it's not meant to. So you could be hating yourself or blaming. All right, bitch. We're not going to do that. Because I was about to say blaming other people. Don't send that hate shit over here. Listen, fuck you and everybody else you came with, ho. I'm going to call you out if I need to. Page of Pentacles. That was crazy. Somebody didn't want to hear that they was blaming other people. Because they feel like them other people are to blame. And they very well may be. But you allow what you allow. And if you allowed somebody who became the blame, then you need to figure out why you allowed it. And stop trying to choke me up, bitch. That's who I am. I'm going to tell you straight. And if you don't want to hear the straight up truth, I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. Ace of Wands. The Sun card in reverse. Whatever this is that you were inspired to do or motivated to do or convinced to do, it's like there was a lot of proof that it wasn't going to work out. They're trying to warn you to pay attention to what's going on right now that you're irritated about so that you won't fall for the okie doke again. Queen of Cups, the Magician. The power that you have when it comes to your emotions and your feelings is what's going to bring you through this situation. Two of Cups and the Two of Wands reversed. I feel like you were talking too much to somebody about what you wanted to manifest, and they caused some type of problem when it comes to it actually coming to fruition. I also feel like some of you may have met someone who convinced you to make a bad decision or manipulated you into making a bad decision or several bad decisions. or they manipulated you into not doing something that you really should have done, or into doing something that you really shouldn't have done. Justice reversed. Ooh, child. Look at that ugly bitch right there. She not ugly, really. It's just a dark side. I don't know. You just have to be prepared for what you're going to walk into. 5 of Cups, 7 of Wands. Seven of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely a vibe here where focusing on whatever is lost, or focusing on whatever has passed you by, or is in the past, or whatever happened in the past is going to set you up to be attacked or taken advantage of. I feel like I'm talking about what's already happened, but I'm also warning you that it could happen again if you don't move on or allow yourself to move forward. If you don't create this protective barrier or boundary. Focusing on the loss is what created the imbalance, which allowed the manipulation to take place. You guys know this. You know you needed to protect yourself more. You know that something looked bad. You know that something wasn't going to work out. It was not a situation that you should have gone into. And it's like hindsight is always 2020. Could have been something that happened in 2020. But hindsight is always 2020. And sometimes you can't fully embrace what you see until you go through the lesson. But Spirit is trying to get you to do that now so that you won't have to learn the lesson again. What's the 3 of Cups reversed? The Fool. This could also be a situation where some of you are actually manifesting balance back into your life, and you are getting signs that things are working out, even though you're not really seeing any forward progress, or you're not seeing a lot of change. And they're telling you slow down, because you're using your power and you're using your gifts to change the circumstances, but you're not trusting it because there may not be a whole lot of material evidence to confirm that you're on the right track. But if you intuitively feel like you're on the right track, then you are. People are going to try to take advantage of you by offering you quick fixes. And that's where your spirit team is like, no, trust that something is going to work out, even if it looks like it's not going to work out. Yeah, Temperance and the 5 of Cups. I feel like you're trying to be practical and logical, but also trustworthy and a believer and hopeful and faithful. There's a new beginning being created for you that's being balanced out by the universe, where they can show you parts of it, but they can't show you other parts of it, because if they show you too much and they privy you to too much information, you won't make the right decisions, or you may cause a delay that's unnecessary. They're not going to ruin the work that they've put in to try to rectify a situation if you're just going to run the risk of ruining it if they show you or tell you too much. They're trying to get things worked out so that you can be recouped for whatever you lost. Remember the Five of Pentacles reversed. Reverse. Okay. What can you show the collective to give them reinforcement and motivation at this time? Not the King of Wands, bitch. I know you lying. Listen, the Casanova is here. I felt that earlier. They gonna give you somebody who's gonna really help you get through this experience because they've been through this experience. I don't know what this is. I feel like they're also gonna reward you with, like, okay, this may be very superficial, but if you're a man, right? They might reward you with a man if you like men. If you're a woman and you like men, they might reward you with a man if you like men, right? And he gonna be fine and just very attractive, and just he's gonna set that soul on fire. You heard somebody scream out there? You gonna be screaming, bitch. If you are a man and you like women, you're going to be very attractive and you're going to be able to get your pick. All right. You're going to be like a lion in the pride. There's only like maybe 2 lions. Okay. 2 male lions in the pride. And they got their pick of all the women. I know that's petty and that may not be something you're worried about right now, but it's going to boost your ego. That's what I feel like this is. They're telling you that there's going to be something that boosts your ego. You're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel successful. You're going to feel pride in yourself. You're going to feel very attractive. Okay. 3 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups reversed. You're not going to be confused anymore. I said compute. That's not compute. You're not going to be confused anymore. You're not going to get any more error messages. I feel like you're also going to maybe even get a job where you have a very like visible position. You're going to be sure of your choices and your decisions. There's just a lot. There's a lot of teamwork as well. Some of you are going to be working around a lot of attractive people, child. It's like you're not going to be an option. You are the option. Something like that. What's this King of Wands? Ooh, child. Immediately. 2 of Swords reversed. Yep. Queen of Pentacles reversed. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Ooh. Yeah, there's like no more confusion about whether or not you are the right choice for something or whether or not someone else or something else is the right choice. Like there's going to be so much clarity. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups reversed. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's going to be able to finesse you. Nobody's going to be able to get over on you. People are going to see your worth. They're going to understand your value. They're going to know the role that you played, the part that you played, the importance that you have in playing that role, and why they need to shut the fuck up and listen. And it's not like your ego is going to be too big, but it's going to be big for a reason. You know, you're going to have pride and confidence in yourself for a reason. And it's a difference between confidence and arrogance. You know, and they're going to be people who are jealous. They're going to be people who envy you. They're going to be people who don't like you. But oh well, too fucking bad. Because they didn't walk that road with you. And while, you know, they may be irritating like mosquitoes or flies, I feel like you're going to also be able to understand with this Page of Cups, just different perspectives where it's not going to get to you anymore. I also feel like you're going to know a good offer when you see it. When an opportunity looks bad or somebody looks codependent or there's a person who don't have their shit together, it's like They ain't even going to be able to come near you. Some of y'all are going to have security. And sometimes just know that I say ghetto things on purpose, okay? I just thought about Rob and Big. Y'all remember that old show, Rob and Big? Okay. Ooh, and I just thought about The Bodyguard. I know that's right. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, it's like you're gonna meet people. It's like when you first meet people, you're gonna see the bullshit from a mile away. You know, money talks, bullshit walks. And it's not so much about money, but it's like whatever's valuable can stay and whatever's not is gonna go. And there's not gonna be any more confusion. I feel like there are people here who are going to turn on you. There are people here who are going to try to throw you under the bus. Because they feel like it's unfair that you're not in the same level of panic as them. You're going to be very charismatic. Like, I feel like you're going to be able to negotiate a lot of deals. Nobody's going to be able to pull the wool over your eyes. I'm telling you right now. And it might seem like, oh, that's not a big deal. But honestly, with the way things are going and how we moving, it is a big deal. Because you're going to have a hot commodity, which is intelligence, wisdom, experience, and time in the game. That other people may even want to pay to study. People are going to pay to study you. People are going to pay to ask you questions. People are going to pay you to figure out what your opinion is. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What is this? You know, because you didn't fall for the okie doke with something and you suffered for it, but it's going to end up benefiting you in the long run. Okay. So what should the collective do when it comes to advice, how they should move forward? Besides what we already know, what should a collective do? 8 of Swords. Interesting. 4 of Cups. And the Knight of Swords reversed. Don't be distracted by things that are not real. 4 of Cups, 8 of Swords. The birds aren't there. 4 of Cups is usually a card of disappointment, boredom, ungratefulness, focusing on the wrong motherfucking thing. Don't pay attention to what's not there. Don't pay attention to what you don't have. Don't pay attention to what's not working. Open your eyes, undo the blindfold, remove the blindfold, and see what you need to do. Don't pay attention to who's not coming with you. Don't pay attention to who doesn't get it. The only reason why I said something to that bitch earlier who was trying to choke me up is because, bitch, you ain't gonna come over here trying to choke me up, ho. Get your shit together. Get the fuck off of here. Trying to choke me up because I'm telling you about your raggedy ass self. You get what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Let the fear and the disappointment and the pure aggravation and irritation of all of those things that you don't need to focus on drive you towards what you really do need to focus on. What's this 8 of Swords for advice? Knight of Wands. Ooh, King of Cups reversed. There are some emotionally unstable people. I don't care if they're men or women. The King of Cups is reversed, so it could be a very immature man, or it could be a feminine man. It could be a masculine woman. I don't care who it is. King of Cups reversed is just somebody who's not emotionally available. Somebody who could be very promiscuous. Somebody who could be a liar, a manipulator, a narcissist. They think they a pimp. Don't let these people put you in fear. I just watched, 6 of Wands reversed. recklessness as well within yourself. But I just watched a video today about this pimp. This pimp did an interview, and he had his bejeweled Party City gemstone rhinestone cup. It might be real hell, I don't know, but it looked tacky, and he looked stupid, and of course his ass was black. And I said what the fuck I said. He was black and he looked ignorant. And he was sitting there talking about, yeah, the secret to being a true pimp is when you got to put fear in them hoes. And you got to make that hoe think that if she step out of line that you gonna kill that bitch. And then when she step out of line, you gotta go ahead and, put the fear of God in her and beat her down until, she beg you and tell you, please don't kill me, daddy. Just sounding like an ignorant tread mark on the road. Just sound like a damn skid mark in somebody's drawers. That's what that person looked like to me. And I'm not judging him. But he know that shit ain't. Let me stop. What I'm saying is, don't let somebody like that come in your life and try to tell you how to feel about yourself, what to think, what to do, to get you to react and do something reckless that's not gonna work out. It ain't about, it gotta be more you and her. It can't be her and you. You got to get in her. You can't let her get into you. Like, if you don't take your raggedy, what's that pimp? It was literally the exact caricature that Dave Chappelle and whatever that man's name is, the whole pimp series that Dave Chappelle did on his show. And they was just on Saturday Night Live doing the Pop the Balloon skit with Saturday Night Live, and they went on there. All that foolishness. Yeah, 3 of Swords. Yeah, don't allow pain, because this situation is going to be painful. Don't allow the pain of this situation to drive you into making a reckless decision that's immature, that is not going to be good for you, because all that's going to do is lead you to a place of more anxiety. 6 of Swords, 9 of Cups. Your spirit team is trying to lead you and guide you through the pain towards what it is that you truly want, towards your wish fulfillment. Don't let anybody make you feel ashamed of yourself either for whatever choices that you make. Because I feel like right now, this is a time where you're going to have to decide what you're going to do. And it's going to be best for you to do things that's right for you and not for anybody else. Libra energy is possibly out here, possibly Taurus as well, Scorpio and Aries, Gemini, maybe Leo, Aquarius. Those could be signs in your chart or someone else's chart. Anything else, Spirit, that you want the collective to know? Because the club is closing, honey. You might be dealing with it now, and I guarantee you it's a lot of people who might laugh in your face, pointing the finger. Gigi, shut the fuck up. Because that's what it's going to be. Because while they laughing at you right now, it's a lot of things that's about to go down that, they're not going to be laughing anymore. Things are imploding, and all of the false surrounding situations that everybody's been leaning on so that they could feel entitled enough to laugh at you All of that's crumbling. Let the pain teach you how to overcome your fear. Anything else that the collective needs to know? Proposal, planning, and relocation. Okay. So there's a plan being constructed here, either with you or someone else, to propose relocation or move into another city, state, zip code, or country. Somebody's making plans to move. Somebody may suggest, hey, have you ever thought about going to another city? Have you ever thought about going to another state? Have you ever thought about moving to a different county? Have you ever thought about moving to a different country? Somebody may say that to you and it could spark an idea. What else does the collective need to know? Family. Interesting. Older woman. And meditation. Yeah. You're going to have to think about it. There's a lot to consider. Your age might be a factor that you're considering when making this decision. Your family could be a factor. Your children, your parents. Some of you take care of an older parent or relative. Some of you take care of children. Some of you have responsibilities and you have people who depend on you. And this is something that you really should take the time to think about. Yeah, before you heard the card start, before you start up or before something begins. One more card for the collective and what they need to know. Fear reversed, bitch. It was reversed. I say reverse. Child, all these cards fell out. These were on top. Self-care. Ooh, that's at the bottom. And intimacy. Yeah, the more you take care of yourself now, the less fear that you're going to have when it comes time for you to make this decision. I also feel like don't be afraid to think of yourself first or to think of something that other people could consider selfish. Because somebody might consider something selfish, but it's actually not, because it's time for you to put yourself first in a situation. Interesting. Some of y'all need to be careful though, because you may have somebody offering you some type of opportunity to get married, move in with them, and you don't really know them like that, and they could be trying to sell you a dream, talking about all this stuff that they're gonna do. Even if it's platonic, you could have somebody trying to be like, oh, we could be roommates and all this other stuff. They ain't gonna pay the bills. They ain't gonna help you pay the rent. They're gonna leave you hanging. For some of you, that's what it is. And I feel like you just need to use your discernment about what's the right decision to make. Yeah, because false person. Look, as soon as I shuffled it, interesting. 88. Any other messages for the collective spirit when it comes to this reading? Any other messages? Good Lord. Courtship. Courthouse. High honor, distant horizons, and pathway. Yeah, there's someone here collecting data or information or trying to figure out if either a decision is a good decision, a place is a good place to move, a country is a good place to live, a person is a good person to hire, this individual is a good person to date or be in a relationship with. There's a consultation going on or an interview or some type of communication that's happening that's allowing you to gain the details that you need to understand of whether or not a situation is trustworthy or reliable or honorable. That could be what somebody is doing with you as well. Distant horizons and pathway. Yeah. You know, this is an untethering. This is a breaking of chains. This is like freedom, travel as well with the distant horizons. We got 2 boats out here, so I'm just letting y'all know. And then 2 butterflies. Look at that. Ooh. And then the change card. That talks about moving or relocating or going to a safer place, safe home. Some of y'all live in a very dangerous area like me. It's like they shoot all night, every night. Child. They be out here shooting all night, every night, like fucking goof troop. People be playing music all times of night. The front door got kick marks on it. You could tell there's foot marks on the door because you can tell where people done kicked the door in the past. You can tell from the inside of the door that people done kicked the door in. Child, I'm so sick of this goddamn place. I'd rather be here than on the street. But this some ghetto hood ass bullshit. And I don't want my children growing up like this. And I'm mad. I'm mad that for so long I let other people dictate my reality. Because I thought that it was the right thing to do. Not the whole dictation part, but the part where I allowed myself to be manipulated by fucking bullshit. So yeah, I'm fucking mad. And sometimes the things that I say reflect the experiences that I have. But I would rather be a little bitter and give you guys extra warnings and give you guys, the skeptical perspective than to have another fucking person go through what I went through for all of these 14 goddamn years. And after all this work, what do I have to show for it? A raggedy ass apartment that's falling the fuck apart, that's way too expensive, that I can't even barely afford, and that's not worth the money that they're fucking charging for it. Grifting and scamming, where the windows are old as shit. There are holes in the windows to where even if you run the air or the heat, that bitch is still hot or cold. Where the gate don't even work, but they charging you for security. Where my kids go to school in a bad school district that ain't teaching them shit. And where I can't even get a good night's fucking rest because everybody thinks that it's 4th of July every day. So I said what I said. At the end of the day, you got to make a choice about whether or not you're going to allow yourself to heal or move forward the way that needs to happen in order for things to progress. Look, and I'll eat that shit. I'll take it. Fine. But I bet you won't get me there again. What's the advice for the collective? Damn, and we still recording, so I guess I was meant to say it. Yes. And bitch, okay? Not the right time. Yes. And choose a new direction, okay? So I am going to read it to you because I feel like it's important. And then perfect timing was the page that I turned to. Interesting. Not the right time. This is not the right time presently for what you're inquiring about. This answer is a no. Wait. It is a no. But this answer is not a no, just a not yet. So they telling you no. They're not even telling you that it's going to be possible later because they don't want you to get stuck. This answer is not a no, just a not yet. Have patience. Your angels will give you a sign when the timing is perfect. And I just said something about divine timing. All right. Now, the yes card, which is the exclamation. You see, it's two different ones. All right. It says, bravo. 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 Okay. The decision you've made is the right one. There's no need to continue to sort through additional options. You know what to do, and you should move forward with your plans. You've made the correct choice for your personal growth and development. However, some decisions can be a true challenge. If the task ahead of you is daunting or even sad, then proceed with your plans in a way that is life-affirming and self-loving. We saw self-love. Ask your angels to be with you every step of the way, and don't hesitate to call upon friends and family for support. So, interestingly enough, even though that yes card is positive and that you are making the correct choice, there could be situations that are challenging, sad, or depressing, Three of Swords, like I said, where you're going to have to look out for yourself and do things that honor you and who it is that you are, rather than, trying to do the most for everybody else and you don't have anything to fall back on. Yep. That's why they allowed me to rant. Okay, now choose a new direction in the future, because we're coming from not the right time. So there was a point in the recent past that it just wasn't the right time. You weren't getting any clarification. You weren't getting any answers. You weren't getting any feedback because it just was not the right time. And the no that you felt like you were getting, which was actually a not yet, is turning into a yes. However, the yes comes with its own set of, stipulations that could be difficult. Okay. Now, choose a new direction says the time has come to choose a new direction for your life. The circumstances that you find yourself living in may seem unfulfilling, or perhaps your heart is full of discontent. Sick of this fucking ghetto shit. Okay. Just laugh a little bit, y'all. Chill out. Everybody's so fucking serious in the spiritual community. That there is something more out in the world for you. Okay, if I can turn the page, which I can't. Everybody's so spiritual and serious. Okay, so that there is something more out there for you, and you've been procrastinating, following the guidance of your angels. Make a conscious choice to be the person you are meant to be. Create an action plan for yourself that leads you in the direction of your divine life purpose. Begin taking steps immediately towards a happier future. So if you're unhappy in your situation, start taking steps to change it. People say, oh, well, if you're unhappy, change it. If you don't like something, do something different. And it's not always as simple as that. It's about you working up to the ultimate vision that you want. And sometimes if you take a small step each and every day to change something that you don't like, either about yourself or your situation, that adds up over time. And somebody could be trying to convince you or make you think that your effort isn't gonna pay off, but it is. They could be trying to make you think that the little steps that you're taking forward that appear to be insignificant are actually extremely significant to what it is that you want to achieve. And your motherfucking ass needs to remember that shit. So I said what I said. If you want to book a reading, get in the description box below and click the link. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.